Hello Exiles, and well, it is time for a new build. This time, I am going to use Blight of Contagion with the Trickster Ascendancy. I have been thinking about playing this skill for quite a while, and now that it has been buffed by 40%, this feels like the perfect time to try it. If you don't know what this skill does, it is a channeling ability that spreads its damage by using Contagion. If you played PoE 2, you might have seen a similar playstyle with Essence Drain and Contagion, which was a popular build this league. It might sound a bit clunky since we need to use two skills, and one of them requires standing still to channel. However, we will only stand still on bosses, and for mapping, we only need to cast Blight once because Contagion will spread that buff and handle the rest of the packs. As for leveling, we are using Blight and Essence Drain because the normal Blight gem does not spread with Contagion. We will drop Essence Drain once we get the transfigured version. Here is how the leveling tree looks. As always, I am starting with 0 currency, and my plan is to farm a Mageblood in the first episode of the series. This belt gets cheaper as the league goes on, and since we are already 1 month in, it shouldn't be too hard to farm. And here is the first lucky find. With this, I can finally get the main gem and drop Essence Drain. Well, leveling with Blight and Essence Drain was not bad, but playing with 3 different skills got a bit boring after a while. The acts are done. We have a good amount of currency, so let's buy some items. Cane of Unraveling. This is a very cheap but strong leveling weapon that will carry us all the way to red maps. Amulet with +1 to gem levels and damage over time multiplier. 6 link body armor. And this ring to fix our resistances. This is how the playstyle looks. It has very nice clear speed and it will get much better once we have more area of effect and damage. I am also using Bane now. It applies Despair and Punishment curses, and spreads them with Hex Bloom. This is how the leveling tree looks. As usual, I focused on map drop chance and Kirak missions, with some shrines to speed things up. And for early currency strategy, I will go for Legion. This mechanic is very popular at league start, but most people stop farming it after 1 or 2 weeks because it becomes less profitable over time. Legion emblems are always used by leveling carries, and now that most people have stopped farming Legion, these emblems have become very expensive. As for mercenaries, I am not going to use one. There is a good option for additional auras, but it requires a lot of currency to make it worthwhile. I also do not want to lose too much DPS on bosses, since they are already very tough with this build. I will put a POB link in the description if you want to see what the setup looks like. Nice gem. I don't have any currency since I am focusing only on completing maps for the Atlas, so this will be very helpful. I will use it to craft a cluster jewel. This build needs cluster jewels to increase damage because there are not many damage nodes available on the passive tree alone. This one looks good enough. I will buy these jewels for more damage. Now, let's see how legions look with this build. Well, I think my area of effect is not enough. First Divine Orb. Let's fix that area of effect with this cluster jewel. I will buy 2 of these and get 2 more when I have another large cluster jewel. Let's try it again. Well, this looks much better. Some of them are still left because they are out of the screen, but this seems enough to start farming legions now. This is how the Atlas passive tree for Legion looks. I don't have enough currency to buy Scarabs right now, so I will just use the Legion map crafting option for now. I forgot to record these maps, but all I did was run a couple of them and sell the drops, which gave me enough currency for my next upgrades. Now, let's go shopping. This amulet with +3 to Blight gem. Light of Meaning. New wand. Shield with +1 level, spell damage and resistances. Helmet with intelligence, energy shield and resistances. Rings with life and chaos resistance, which I will also craft to get my chaos resistance capped. This is how the tree looks. I won't spend all my currency on upgrades. Instead, I will use some of it to buy 8 mod Legion maps and Scarabs. I think tier 17 and originator maps are not worth buying when farming Legion. Their map cost, along with the cost of rolling them, requires a lot of investment. Plus, most of the loot comes from chests and rare monster rewards, which do not scale with additional currency modifiers. These drops include emblems, stacked decks, and fortress maps, where we can also get lucky with fractured or high-quality items. I did around 12 maps, and this is how much currency I made. The pricing here is a bit off because emblems are almost 4 times more than shown, so we actually made more than 20 divines per hour. And now, we can buy the best mapping belt in the game. Headhunter. The top item for Legion farming. I will also upgrade my gems. New clusters with these 3 notables. Now that we have a headhunter, I'm going to start farming legions with this Scarab. It makes us kill enemies multiple times, which makes them tougher, and also increases their rewards. This is how it looks like. It looks really good, not gonna lie. Well, I can definitely tell they're dropping more loot, but each map takes much longer, and with my current damage, it doesn't feel that profitable. I'll farm a few more maps like this, then switch the Scarab back since it was much faster before. I didn't mention this earlier, but sometimes the clear speed gets so fast that my game actually crashes because of it. After logging back in from one of these crashes, I saw this logo on my map, which I hadn't seen before. Anyway, here are some of the cool drops I got while farming legions. This strategy doesn't give raw divines like Alva or Abyss, but we get quite a lot of other valuable items that are easy to sell. I didn't check how much currency per hour I earned from these because I was just having fun blasting legions in about 2 seconds. I also bought this staff halfway through the farming since it was very cheap and gave a good damage boost. After a long farming session, this is how many emblems I got. I sold some of these emblems as splinters since not many people do this, and they were 4 times more expensive when sold that way. After selling some of the other items like emblems, incubators, and high-quality gear, I had enough money to buy the coolest belt in the game. Mageblood. I actually farmed 100 more divines because I thought Mageblood was still around 200 divines, but it seems like the price dropped a lot while I was farming. I also did not use any meta farming strategies like Alva or Abyss, and it looks like it is still possible to get this far without relying on the top tier methods. Anyway, it was a fun time using this skill. My setup right now is far from perfect, and headhunter was my only real defensive layer. I will leave the path of building link in the description below for anyone interested. Also, there might not be another part of this series, but I will see if I can make one. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you in the next one.